Hey and welcome back to Detailing Diaries, where today we're going to have a look at the dual Axis and the Autoglanz Alkalloy, mixed down at 110 and going against a rather grubby Hyundai i10. So let's jump over and have a look how dirty it is. So here's front wheel number one. You don't need me to tell you that that is absolutely filthy. That final front wheel. Absolute filth. So I started off by giving this wheel a thorough rinse over with the pressure washer. And I did so that we could go in and have a look at what debris was left on there afterwards and see what the wheel cleaners were really going up against once we got the wheel rinsed off. So going in and having a closer look, you can see after a quick wash down, there's still a fair amount of debris and dirt on here, and something good for us to check out: the unassisted, unagitated performance of the wheel cleaners. I covered half the wheel to stop overspray and applied Alkalloy 10 sprays, diluted down at 110. Going to leave it a minute and a half to dwell on there and then rinse it off to see how it performs without agitation. So here's that minute and a half dwell time, sped up to speed 12 so you don't have to sit and watch it. A quick look around reveals it's removed a little bit, but not a lot. But who's going to use it without agitation anyway? So let's jump over to the other side and pop Axis over and see if it does any different. So here we go with the Axis, again mixed down at 110. We'll give it the 10 sprays and the minute and a half dwell time. We'll rinse it off and have a look how it performed without any form of agitation. And here's your high speed minute and a half dwell time again for the Axis. Now we'll get it rinsed off and have a quick look around. So moving in and taking a closer look, much like the Alkalloy, the Axis has removed some but not all of the dirt, which shows it's got some cleaning ability. But you're really going to use a wheel cleaner, just spray it on and leave it and hope that it does the job for you? Not really. So let's grab a brush and attack the other front wheel and see how much better they do when they're agitated. So this time, coming at it with the Autoglanz Alkalloy, I've given it 10 sprays onto the wheel face and 10 sprays into the brush and started to agitate it in. I've sped the footage up so you don't have to sit and watch me cleaning for too long, but we'll move over to the Vicam brush in a minute, in which I put 5 sprays of Alkalloy and rubbed the face of the wheel as well. You can see through agitation that Alkalloy offers us a mild foaming ability, nothing massive, but you can see there that there's a bit of foaming up going on. And as I use the Vicam brush, it just seems to dispel slightly. So let's get this rinsed off. So there we are. As we move in and take a closer look, you'll see that Alkalloy has lived up to expectations and removed all of that surface dirt and debris and left us with a clean looking alloy. Now I wasn't expecting it to remove some of that grounding brake dust, and we'll grab the Corosol and give that a clean before we hand it back to my sister. And we're back with the Axis from Duel Auto Care. Same solution, 110 mix, and it's 10 sprays onto the alloy, followed by 10 sprays into the brush and a good agitate around before again we grab the Vicam brush, apply 5 sprays into that and give the face a good rub over. It was at this point I started to notice that Axis gives off a slightly greater foaming ability. Does that mean it's better or clean better? I don't know. We'll see when we come to the results. But certainly looking up at the top of the wheel there, you can see there's definitely a little bit more foaming action going on. So we go in and start to look around and notice that there's something very similar between Axis and Alkalloy, and that is that they both do the job, exactly what they were intended to do. They've left behind that stubborn brake dust, as I mentioned before, but again, it needs hitting with some sort of fallout remover, maybe even a clay to get rid of that. But overall, the wheel cleaners have performed really well, considering just how dirty these wheels were. You can see there's a bit of grub still left in the barrels, but that's probably going to need a bit of acid maybe to shift that. But overall, both of the products have left this wheel, in retrospect, really clean. So purely for enjoyment and to prove that I actually did do it, here's Built Hamber's Corosol going to work on that embedded brake dust. Brilliant. It just does the job every time. But that's not why we're here, so let's go and do a summary of these wheel cleaners. So there you have it. We've put them through their paces, the dual axis and the Autoglanz Alkalloy. And I've been running the test on these for about 3 months. I've had the Alkalloy for about 3 months, although I've been using Axis for well over a year. And they are very, very similar. So key differences that I would say is that Axis has a little tiny bit more foam in action, and on the 2-minute leave to dwell and rinse probably did a slightly better job. But the truth is you're going to put both of these under a wheel brush, rub away, get the job done and move on to the next. So there's nothing to call between them really and truly. The thing that's going to set them apart mostly is the pricing. So let's jump over and have a look at that. So here they are, and both of the brands available offer us a 500ml, a 1 litre and a 5 litre choice. The 500ml coming in at £8.95 from both of the two brands. The 1 litre for Alkalloy coming in at £12.95 and for Axis coming in at £15.50, so we're slightly more expensive here on a 1 litre from Duel. But when we get down to the 5 litre, and the staggering difference is that Alkalloy £42.95, Axis £34.95. So you look at an £8 difference for a product that is mildly better, and I say mildly. There's no reason not to use either of these two. They both clean equally as well as each other when put under that brush, as we said earlier. But it's the pricing that's going to drive your decision-making process should you be looking to try something new. That pretty much sums up the products. I couldn't find any discernible difference between them other than that foam in action, as we said. So if you like what you're watching, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up at the end. Hit that subscribe button to help the channel grow. And I'll catch you here next time for more product reviews. Thanks for watching.